feel like it's raining over there, but we're not sure if it's headed for us. We could do with a drop, but it might just stay over that way. Here there's a beautiful breeze. Does anyone know what they are? We thought they might be poisonous because they're so brilliantly coloured. Buongiorno. And happy birthday, augurissimi, to my beautiful husband.
Thank you.
It's his birthday and we've come to San Gimignano, which is one of our favourite places to come to for a day trip.
It's a fantastic little town.
It's gorgeous. We love it so much. So we've come for lunch. We've already booked into a lovely place for lunch. And luckily, so far, it's not too overly crowded, being a Monday. Still plenty of people around, but it's a glorious day. So we'll show you around a little. We know we've taken you to San Gimignano before,
let's do a twirl and we can show where we are.
Let's do a twirl.
There we go.
So I've just forgotten the name of this piazza. Piazza della Cisterna, I think it is.
Yeah.
So the Cisterna, or the well, is up behind us. Yeah, there you go. So, anyways, now I've got the sun in the wrong spot, so let's keep on going. Whoops. There we go. Anyway, we will show you around a little as we do a few different things today to what we normally do, but we've already done some shopping.
Definitely will. We have done some shopping.
I think I showed you. I bought Dave a lovely shirt.
It is a good town to shop.
It's a lovely town to shop, actually, and people are really pleasant. Beautiful leather gear. If you want leather, come to San Gimignano.
Handmade in Italy.
Handmade here in a lot of cases by the people in the stores.
Some of the coats, you touched them, it's like, it's like silk almost.
Wonderful, and great quality and great prices, really, for the quality. So, anyways, we'll continue on our little stroll and we'll see you after. My amore is having a Nutella croissant. The decadence on his birthday has started. This is all prior to lunch. In between breakfast and lunch, it's like a quick brunch, isn't it, darling? And why not? It's your birthday. This is Piazza Sant'Agostino, which is right down the other end of the town. The opposite to where we came in at Porta San Giovanni. I think we might be close to Porta San Matteo. And it's much quieter up this end, as you can see. But really, really lovely. We might wander on in and see what this beautiful church is like. Oh, it's the hirondelle, the starlings, yeah. Yeah, they're everywhere. I used to have them in my house in France. They're meant to bring you good luck. We are still on our way up. And now I am puffing a bit. Well, we made it. And we're in for some gorgeous views, that's for sure. Let's go see what we find over here. Awesome. We arrived on right on midday. How could that be any more perfect than that? Oh, wow. All the bells are chiming at different times. I was surprised to see a beautiful brand new soccer pitch in the middle of the village. It's not what you're expecting, but it's hidden away and you only see it if you come right up here. So this is the Parco of La Rocca. And La Rocca, in any village in Italy, if you ever see that sign, is always going to be the highest point, where often there was a fortress or a castle or a lookout tower or something like that, because it was always the point where they would come up to watch for enemies coming from afar. And what a view they have here. They could see them coming from a long way off.
You're like a song that I sing in the morning on a perfect holiday. You're like the warmth of the sun on my skin when clouds look gray.
It says they hold yoga lessons in there. Gosh, David thinks we need to come back and do the yoga lessons. There's a long way to come. But it does look quite spectacular in there. It must be quite lovely. Buongiorno! Maybe that's the yoga teacher. Looks awesome. So it's all set up for outside cinema at night. How lovely would that be under the stars here at the top of La Rocca? David's having a seat. That is one of the most beautiful, largest wisterias I've ever seen. And we were debating going up any more stairs, but it's so hot now because it's midday that we think we've climbed enough stairs.
Made for two while outside is snowing. And every time I take a look into your eyes, I get the feeling you know. Do you know that I know that you know? Do you know that I know that you know? Cause you lighten up the place just like a movie scene where I know. When you talk about movies, the sound of tires on violence rise. Cause you like.
Yes, it looks like a skeleton or an ET, an alien. Oh, where does this go? I don't know. Oh, it's so pretty. David's having maialino, so suckling pig roasted with roast potato. Looks amazing. And Bella's got pici with tartufo and carbonara. Lots of tartufo. Looks fantastic. Kanan has 3 types of tomato made into a beautiful sauce on casarecci. And I have galetto, which is like a cockerel. They look like chips, but it's actually the finest cut potatoes that are roasted in the oven. It's delicious and it's been char grilled with rosemary. It's beautiful.
Song that I sing in the morning on a perfect holiday. You're like the warmth of the sun on my skin when clouds look gray.
A te, tanti auguri a te, tanti auguri di David, tanti auguri a te, grazie. Hip hip hooray, hip hooray, hip hooray. That looks yummy. You gonna blow it out, darling? 1, 2, 3. Make a wish. Yay! 1 whole candle. Happy birthday!
On again.
You're like the joy of a trip that's coming to a place with ocean view. You're like an old familiar friend when all is new. When all is new, you're like a song that I sing when I'm on a perfect holiday. You're like the warmth of the sun on your skin. The clouds look gray. You're like the joy of the trip that's coming to a place with ocean view. You're like an
We're down at the Piccolo Teatro in Chiani. Oh, look at the beautiful evening it is. And we're here for these people. A lovely lady and her husband from Chiani. They have started to make a beautiful gin here locally using all of the herbs and essences from the hills around here. So there is olive leaf essence and rosmarino and lots of other lovely things that I'll explain later. There's my husband's just come over to see what I was doing. And we haven't tasted it yet though, darling, have we? Just about to taste it soon, yes. But I have my bracelet on and I'm ready to go. So for those of you that haven't seen the actual berries that gin's made from, these are the native local juniper berries. So really sweet little berries on a beautiful tree, and that is where your gin comes from. Partners in crime? No, partners in gin, I believe. Partners in gin.
Volevamo che qualcuno sentisse parlare di Chianni diversamente, non solo per il turismo, che ce ne abbiamo tanto da tanti anni, ma anche per un prodotto che oltre al vino, l'olio, distinguesse proprio Chianni. E ci è venuto in mente di creare un gin con le foglie di ulivo della nostra oliveta.
Kind of a mashup of the two. These are our main two winds that blow from the hill to the sea, and it's really like a recognition of the power of the land in a way.
Questo è proprio un raccolto.
Are you just about to try the Libestra gin, darling? Okay, we get to have just a little tiny taste. It smells beautiful, actually.
It does.
Let me have a smell with the phone.
Smell that.
Oh, that smells really good, actually. Yes. Gin by sunset. What's it like, my love? Is it good? I'll go and get my own little thimbleful. Excellent. Fine. Questa è la menta. It's the mint. So you also add, isn't it beautiful? You add 4 drops of that to the gin as well if you want it to taste like mint. So you've got the olive leaf or the mint or the elixir, which is the mixture of all of them together. So that's what you licked before. But that one you don't lick, but it's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. Good morning, everyone. We're here with Bibi. Do you all remember beautiful Bibi? Well, we're trying to sell beautiful Bibi, but she's decided she doesn't want to go. She's decided she doesn't want to run. So we're waiting for someone to actually pick her up this morning to take her away. We know it's a very simple, tiny thing where it's just because we've checked the battery and changed it, so it's just the connection, a little electrical thing that's not letting her kick over properly. Apart from that, she's fine. So we've had a mechanic check her over and stuff. So it's just that, but she has to go to someone who's kind of specialised in that. So we're just waiting for them to come so they can take her to their garage. And of course, being almost the 15th of August, everything slows down, nobody works, and these lovely people, I couldn't believe they actually answered their phone. So Bibi's going on the back of a truck. Poor darling, she arrived on the back of a truck and she's leaving here on the back of a truck again, but not leaving permanently, although we do have to sell her. It's a bit of a sad story and I'm not going to go into all the details, but Bibi was really part just because I'd always wanted a nappe, and then when we thought we were having an olive grove and a big project there, she was the perfect solution. But then the olive grove project fell through, and now darling Bibi is not the perfect solution anymore for us on a daily basis. We need a proper car where we can take friends and family around and stuff, and we don't really need something with the truck back in it anymore. So it's very, very sad, and I don't like thinking about it too much, but there she is. Do you remember her beautiful sticker I made just for her doors? Anyway, she's safe and sound at the moment in here, and let's hope this gentleman turns up very, very soon so we can get her off on her way so that she can get all better and then we can hopefully find a beautiful new home for her. If you're anyone that watches that loves apes and knows someone that might need a beautiful ape like BB, she's a bit special. She's 1976, so she's vintage, but she was totally rebuilt from top to bottom. So everything basically, it's all the original, obviously chassis and original of everything from 76, but the back was rebuilt. She was totally resprayed in 23. She's got a couple of little marks on her, obviously, that you get just from driving around, but she's in very, very top condition for an ape. And, oh, David just, oops. And she's got lovely new seats and everything inside. She's very clean. She's a beautiful girl. Mummy loves her, even though I don't get to drive her. So, anyways. Okay, well, let's go and see what this man is up to, and hopefully he turns up soon. Where are you, darling? Oh. So we're just walking back down now. The gentleman was running a bit late, so we're just walking back down now to wait for this man with the tow truck to pick up BB. We went down once, but he was running a little bit late, so we're just on our way back down again now. Let's hope this all gets sorted nice and easily and not too complicated. Well, I didn't film for a moment because it was a bit tense, but as you can see, these people are amazing, and the gentleman's getting under BB now to hook her up to the wonderful, very, very modern tow truck, thank goodness, and take off with her. So we managed to get her down out of her garage up here and down this little straight and narrow road, and we're just hoping if anyone comes that they're very patient, but it shouldn't take too long now. And David's just getting instructions what to do so he can get out now. Right. So the little bit of things lost in translation sometimes because I don't know much about how to drive the ape. I've never had a chance, and David doesn't understand all the words in Italian, so we've and of course I don't know mechanical words in Italian yet, or I'm learning some obviously. Oh my gosh, look at the darling. She's going at such a steep angle. Oh, baby, you poor darling. She's literally getting what you call the runaround, isn't she? But not the way we would have wanted. Fantastic. Isn't that wonderful? Phew, that's a weight off my mind, I can tell you, just to see it on the back of the truck now, knowing that she's going to get fixed up. It's only a little thing, but the thing is we couldn't do it here, so unfortunately couldn't do it in Chiani, but these beautiful people have come to get her. Right. Now he's lifting the truck up. How fabulous. Ah, che bella. Good luck, my darling. In bocca al lupo, mia bella. Sei favolosa. I'll see you soon, BB. Get well soon, my darling. I'll see you up and running soon. Bye, BB. See you soon, my darling. Ciao. Ciao. we are obviously time-lapsing this, but I just wanted to show you then so you understand what we're working with, because anyone that didn't see when we first arrived in Chiani wouldn't have understood what we were working with. So this is what's called, in Italy, if you're looking at houses to buy, I know it just looks like a white shell at the moment. I'm just walking down to the end so you can see where David's standing. This is called a ripostiglio. So often on home sale things, if you're looking at houses for sale, you might see a funny space that looks like, what is that? And it might have an R written on the plan. Well, it's a ripostiglio, which is obviously a storage space. And they have them in most Italian homes, and many bigger homes have lots of them, and we're very, very happy to have this one. But now that it's empty again, because our boxes have arrived with our new systems, this is a skinny one. So we will be squeezing past our system, we know that. But it's the only space we have, so we're making the most of it. And we're going to be building clothing systems in here to have it as a walk-in wardrobe. So we've just emptied everything out, and we're in a nice little mess out here in our lounge room, as you can see.
All of this came out of there, would you believe?
So yes, so dresses that were hanging up. That's all I had up until now. That's 4 years now. I've been living with this little tiny hanging thing. Most women would look at that and go, "Are you kidding me, Marisa?" Plus David's shirts. So I had things squished on there. It would collapse constantly. It would fall over at me. It's not very strong. It was a thing we bought just thinking it was a holiday home, but yes. And then we had the bookshelves that had been kindly given to us that are beautiful and very solid by our lovely friends Kathleen and her husband, and they've been a godsend, an absolute godsend. So we're going to swap one of these lovely ones for the shorter one there. So we'll have a taller bookshelf there, and then we'll have a short and a tall one left. Now, if we can't find a space for those, we're going to pay it forward, as I love doing with other things that have been kindly donated to me. And I'm sure someone else in Chiani will definitely benefit from a beautiful bookshelf in lovely solid timber in their home. So for the moment, this will probably take us a couple of days to do this. There are all those massive boxes down there that David has to put together. So the Flat Pack King. Did you just say joy, my darling? Joy.
Joy.
Deck the halls. It's like Christmas, isn't it? Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Opening Christmas.
Joy and joy to the world. And joy to David, who gets to put all those lovely boxes together inside the ripostiglio. He has to work in a really tight space, poor darling, because you've got to build it in there. So it's going to be challenging. He's going to be challenged. I'm glad you're a very slim gentleman, David, because that... well, not when you do that. No, you're still slim, you bugger. Look at you. I'll have to beep that out. But honestly, you will slip in there easier than some. So good thing that you are the size you are. And yes, so we're just going to be living in a little bit of a mess for just a couple of days, more than likely, until we get all this sorted. But it's fun, and it's a hot day. It's a very hot week, and you know what? We're better off inside here in the cooler room with the fan going, doing things rather than being out in the heat anyway. Are we not, my darling? Yeah. And this is such an important job for us. I've been looking forward to making this mess but getting this job done for a long time. So I'm happy to live with a mess while we do something really super important for ourselves.
Definitely.
Let's go.
More hanging space.
Yay! More of everything, and deeper shelves, because being a bookshelf, it's never been wide enough for the clothes. They slip off constantly. We've been very grateful and happy to have what we have.
Served a purpose.
They have served a purpose, but honestly, now they need to serve their correct purpose and have books on them and other knickknacks rather than clothing. So I'm glad that we have now something going in that is going to be far more useful to us. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So as you may have seen in the time lapse, David brought down the vacuum. So we've vacuumed inside. After lunch, I'm going to mop in here. That's not dirt, by the way. It's just really old stains on the old tiles. I think I don't know why this was stained, but it never came up. We would have to probably get a problem machine to fix that, but honestly most of it's going to be covered by the new cupboards, so it doesn't really matter. But it's a lovely clean room now. Got rid of all of the dust and dirt in here, and the paint is in perfect condition in here. We're very, very lucky. It was all freshly painted before we moved in, and because we just put those few things in here, still literally really clean. There's just a couple of little marks on the wall that I think will just wash off with a damp cloth, so that's all good to go. And we will put a nice light fitting in here once we have the cupboard space sorted. But I've tried to keep this area here kind of clean, and now I've already swapped and put a big bookshelf here instead of the shorter one, which is great. The only thing is these floors are not level, so the bookshelf is standing a considerable amount out, and if I start loading it up with books, it's likely to topple. So David and I are going to have to wedge that up. The other one was wedged up a little bit with just a piece of paper, but this one is considerably worse than the other one, so that's fine. We're going to be wedging that up, and if we need to, we might actually do a safety catch behind it as well on the wall, which is easy to do. We'll see how we go. It might be fine once it's all nice and level, but that's going to give us so much more space there. I think it will look nice. Let me sit down on the couch for a minute. Oh yes, that looks perfectly fine against that wall, and now gives us loads of space there. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, might change again next year, depending, or it might become a shelf for other things, or it might go all together. I don't know, because this room in the future is going to become our big eat-in kitchen. Ta-da! Next year's plans, with the dining table here as an island. It's all been measured up and it works really well, and then a seating area down that area, so kind of like a kitchen diner with some seating, some casual seating, comfortable seating, so like a family room that you get in a lot of homes. We need to use this space in this house as cleverly as we possibly can, because it is bijou in size, but they're lovely rooms, but we just need to use them really wisely. So I've been putting on my designer hat again in recent times and drawn a lot of pictures, and David and I have taken all the furniture out and furniture in, as I think I did film at some stage. Maybe not, maybe I can't remember, but anyway, I'll show you if I did. And downstairs, where the kitchen is now, because it has the lovely cozy, comfy kind of feel and very rustic, and it has the fireplace, we want to make that a really sweet little lounge room. So you would walk straight into the house into a nice snug or lounge room down there where it's cozy to sit on a cooler night in front of the fire. We'll eventually put a wood burning stove in the fireplace rather than leave it as an open fireplace, because it's more efficient and cleaner, just easier long term. My beautiful husband, oh, he's so versatile. Now he's making me some lunch. Looks like he might be making me some of his famous scrambled eggs. Would I be right? I think I would be right. They are world-renowned scrambled eggs by David Sharrington. In your mind. No, in my mind too, darling. I've said that you're the flatpack king and the egg king. Anything you do with eggs is sublime. Sublime. You are amazing. This is our beautiful, beautiful fireplace, which will work really well with a really cute little cast iron stove in it. So at the moment it's hard to imagine, I'm sure for all of you, what this could possibly look like. And at the moment today now it's looking dark in here because the boxes are actually blocking my light. But we have
oven as well.
We have the oven. We have all this furniture in here. All these boxes, that's what's going up into the ripostilio, and we're in a bit of a mess. That's okay. And then, actually, let me turn the kitchen light on. Oh, wrong one. There. And then, if you can imagine, with all of this gone, all of this kitchen stuff gone, we end up with a really sweet room. It's not huge, but there's enough room to have a couple of nice little 2-seater couches. We've kind of measured things out. This one here, I might keep down here. It fits perfectly on that wall where the oven isn't at the moment. But takes up less space, obviously, than the oven outweighs, because it would make a really sweet, like, little buffet, if you like, or if you're having drinks or something in the lounge, or putting things on top. So it'll give you a nice little bit of space, so to speak, to put things on. And still haven't decided about this yet, whether it's going to be part of the kitchen or not. It may be part of the kitchen, but it would, in that case, be repainted, because we're going to have a coloured kitchen, ladies and gentlemen, next year. It won't be timber colour. So, and then the kitchen space, so to speak, at the moment, and all this hidey space, which is an absolute disaster zone most of the time, but it's hidden with the little fridge. Obviously, we're going to have a full-size fridge upstairs, but it goes back way. It's lots of great storage. So this is going to become like a butler's pantry down here. So it will be able to be all of our food stores, and keep a little... David's saying no, but I'm thinking keeping a little CINQUE. We have it already. Not this one, but a smaller, maybe a nice little copper thing or something. So it looks nice. But within a cupboard, so it's hidden, and that way when you walk in, it'll just look like a piece of furniture. But that way we do still on this floor, we can still make tea and coffee and drinks and do things like that. So it'll be great when we have any visitors or guests sitting down here. So just looking back that way, it's actually a decent size space. I mean, plenty of apartments do not have living spaces any bigger than this at all, but it's just how you plan it and use it. So again, it'll take a little bit of planning, and it's always hard to perhaps visualize something when you've got other big, large pieces of furniture already taking up the room, but we'll get there. Phew. I've worked up a little bit of a sweat. It's still a very, very hot today. Sorry, I can't speak properly. So therefore, even with a fan on and the doors closed, look, I think it's like in the high 30s today. So even in the house, it's still quite warm. I think this afternoon, once we've done a whole lot of this, we might be sitting downstairs in the aircon in the apartment and having a cool drink later. But in the meantime, we'll just keep on cracking on. We're going to have some lunch now for a little lunch break. So I thought I'd stop the time lapse, which I think looks super cool because you get to see the changes in the room, but in fast motion. You don't want to watch all of that up close and in normal time. But I'll spin around and show you what we're up to. Well, we're almost there. So we have a whole lot of shelves that I have to fill here, and there's a gap here to pop a couple of things. It is a tight spot, so but we can walk through. I promise you, we can walk through, and there is a gap. There's proof in the pudding that we can walk through.
Exactly. And there's a secret door here, which is...
It becomes a TARDIS, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. No, so David's just proving there is another gap between the wardrobe at the end and these two here. We've left purpose gaps, obviously, to be able to get in and get things out because of the tightness. Yeah. It took me a long time to find pieces that would actually fit in here and still let us go by. As you can see, I've found a sneaky spot for my ironing board down the end there. Mm-hmm. And there's the sneaky spot where David is, which we won't fill up because we need to get in there. And I am going to have boxes like at the end there, but I'd like to get some pretty ones now that it's a bit prettier in here, and those ones we can swap up and put in the attic because there's lots and lots of space in the attic where we want to store things. So I might get some pretty baskets, and I'm also going to change this light globe just into a nice little, ceiling light, so it's not sort of so bright to look at and a little bit nicer.
It gets in the way of the box on the top of that one.
It does get in the way of the box. We need something flat on the ceiling. We actually have some flat light fittings in the hallway that we want to change up, so one of those would look perfect in here actually. We'll just recycle. So as you come in, as I just move out here, you can see that the curtain obviously still hides this, and there's a nice gap here. We have a little two-step ladder, like a step ladder that we often use in the house. I'd like to just keep that there. Just a couple of little things. And we have the long mirror that I have always wanted fixed on this wall here. So I usually just have it standing there so I can see myself if I want to see myself full length. So that will probably just go back there, and that's it. But yes, some would say that's very tight. I know there'll be people that look at that, but honestly, this is precious space to us when you're in an Italian home and it's a smaller home. Having a reposter like this where we can have all our clothes now hanging nicely and folded nicely, and we can put our shoes away and all those kind of things is so important to us. And this is a huge upgrade to us, I can tell you. So now the rest of the putting away starts. That table and under that table are very, very full of things. So I'm in my little strappy work dress, feeling really hot and bothered. Got my hair up, there I am, my work clothes. And now the putting away will continue. Oh, and David has just of a few odd boxes to take to recycling. We can't even get in the kitchen today. That's your job, David.
Yes, it is.
Good job with the flat packing, my darling.
Coffee time.
Oh, good idea. Coffee time. If you can get to the coffee machine. Oh, yes, you can straddle all of that. Buonasera, everyone. And it's the night before Ferragosto, probably the biggest holiday in Italy throughout all the year. It's a very special day. It's the Assumption, but it's also because it's the most sort of special day of all of summer, and everyone always takes it off. And as you will hear, in August things really slow down in Italy. Now David and I are just at home. We've been working all day on the house and we're not doing anything special tomorrow, and so we thought, seeing it's been so hot and it's so much cooler downstairs, that we would go away in our own home. So we've gone downstairs tonight, and where it's lovely and cool, and we also have the aircon, and we're going to spend the night, maybe tomorrow night as well, we'll see, downstairs in Vsotto to see how comfortable it is overnight. We haven't done that yet, and I even get to test out the shower in the morning, which will be really cool. So come join us and we'll spend the evening here in Vsotto. We just love our little vicolo here. It's so sweet, and as you can see, it's really looking pretty at the moment. Even though the plants have suffered a little bit from the heat, and our poor little cypress tree has decided it's not happy. It's giving up the ghost, which is really sad. But anyway, let's go inside. There we go, my darling. Our first evening staying in our own little apartment.
That's right.
Sorry about the washing, folks, but it was safer to put it in here today. I thought we were having a storm. So how do you feel down here in the evening? We've not done this before.
Well, it's very cool down here already, and we've turned the air conditioning on just to bring it down a bit more and take the humidity out, so it'll be lovely.
Yes, it's been such a stinker today, hasn't it?
38, I believe.
Yes, and I can imagine in the sun it actually felt a lot hotter, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Car was 44 or something inside it.
Oh gosh, yeah. That's what it felt like to me. It really was so hot. But we thought, well, I thought of it actually. I said to David, we've got a beautiful air-conditioned apartment downstairs. We've not slept in the bed. We haven't tried out the shower. We've got the aircon. Let's go down there instead of being hot upstairs. We do sleep quite well upstairs because we have a lovely big fan over the bed, but it's still warm in comparison to down here. So I've just put on the air conditioning on I've got it on 22 degrees, and it's already feeling really lovely and cool. I could feel it already within like the first minute in the room next door, the bedroom, but it'll start to make its way through because they're open. You'll start to feel it in here as well very, very shortly. And it's just lovely. We won't need to keep it on all night, but just to cool it a little bit more, just bring it down a little bit more and make it a really nice sleeping temperature. And I think that's what's so lovely down here, is that it always stays a lot cooler anyway. And I left the little light on outside.
That's the beauty of really
which is
thick
really
walls.
sweet. Yes, very thick. And I really love seeing the arch in the light out there. It's just all these little things that you discover. Let me get back up again out of this chair and just turn around. So there's that really sweet little niche that I've often showed you during the day. And you can see the light in the other room. Let me take you through and show you a little bit at night time. One thing I really like that I hadn't noticed during the day is see how the ceiling doesn't actually touch the top of the new wall because of the beams that were there. I really think that looks sweet with the light shining through from above. It's like another little, almost like a little light design that we didn't even realize that we'd created. And there's the lovely aircon going up there. And I've got it on quite high and it's still fairly quiet. When I had it down low, it's whisper quiet. It's absolutely fantastic. So, got a new cushion on the bed actually that I got today as well in the mail. Oh, sorry, it's a bit dark. I might have to show you that in the morning. But it was this really sweet little cushion that I found online. My nightie is there ready. And that little niche looks really sweet, just like I thought it would. And then, of course, you've got the bathroom, the lovely mirror there glowing away, the gorgeous new shower, where I will be showering tomorrow. Can't wait. So there we go. We're going to have a really nice quiet evening down here in the lovely coolness. Away for the weekend, my darling, in our own little paradise.
Entri nella stanza, sono tutti stesi, i loro cuori ti hanno visto e si sono arresi. Ti guardo nello specchio e penso.
Well, I finally have some order. And it makes me feel so happy. So as you can see, we still have loads of space on shelves and things. Tons of space, shoes down the bottom. I have all of the pants and shirts and jackets hanging down, skirts, all of our short shirts. And then way down the back, we have all of the long hanging. So this is mostly just my dresses and things and a couple of long coats. And we still do seasonal changes. So this is all summer clothing, or just a couple of little autumn type things. But what happens is, because of this space, we have everything in the attic in storage bins of the winter clothing. I'm just spinning around to show you. So that's all the shirts, couple of short jackets and pants and skirts, but it's mostly things for this time of the year. One of the fun things that happens here in Chiani, and as you can see there's a good crowd, they're all spread out, is, I'm just leaning out my bathroom window, is that a lovely lady does a really fantastic historical tour, which if you want to go back, you'll see in one of my vlogs that I did film the entire thing. And it's a really great tour. It's so informative and really wonderful. I learnt so much from it and I highly recommend it, and it's free. And as you can see, they've had a great turn up. It looks like I'd say from all the people that walked by this morning, I think there'd be about 30 people at least this morning. And some of our friends were on it this morning, actually. I noticed Phil and Tony went by this morning underneath. And I think I also saw Ronan and Trinette, some other lovely friends. Yes, there they are. I can see Ronan and Trinette standing up against the wall over there. Some lovely friends of ours from Ireland that bought a house here as well. So she does a wonderful job in English. So if you're in Chiani visiting, every Monday morning during July and August, it starts, I think, at 9:30 by memory. And hi, ciao! And goes for about 2 hours and takes you through all of the village, even underneath in the hidden part of the chapel under the church. It's a really interesting tour.